I bought the cheapest laser engraver that I could possibly find, and I don't really know why I did that. Evidently my ADHD brain that starts new hobbies every other week, drives me into financial turmoil. And then I leave because I get bored, and that is typically me. The I got bored gets the better of me, and I couldn't help wanting to buy this thing just on pure adrenaline of my stupid brain alone. I don't really know what it could do. You know what I mean? I was trying to build my own AliExpress watch. That was my initial plan in all this, and I just wanted a way to put my logo on the watch face. So you can see ADHD brain, caveman, must get new toy to make other toy look better. Spoiler alert, the watch is dead. My man hands couldn't it wouldn't let me put it together without breaking the two movements that I have got for this. And I've tried it to build this watch a couple times and it just didn't work out. My career as a watchmaker is officially over, but my business as a laser engraver for hire isn't dead quite yet. Now, the first laser that I bought was the Blaze X M3 Pro, and it is a small unit housing a 10-watt diode laser. I sound like I know what that means, but I can assure you, I do not. The only thing that I do know is that it should be enough to easily handle small projects, but I am an absolute doofus, and I had the hardest time trying to line things up with this thing. My biggest gripe with this whole process so far has been light burn. Light burn tutorials on YouTube, they made it look so easy, but my old man brain mixed with the ADHD brain, when something isn't perfectly aligned, really just makes me mad. It's something in here. It's primal. It's not something that I enjoy, right? So this unit was not going to work for me, okay? And as a result, I returned it. Or so I thought. I clicked return and then I actually never shipped it back, so I still have it. But I just began researching again after that on my journey to find the best laser for me. And after hours of debate with myself, I finally decided that I was going to get into xTool, and I was going to get the xTool M2. xTool being a big name in the laser space for consumers, I decided to give them a shot. And holy cow, I really just wish I would have done this from the beginning. I wish I would have spent the money first instead of trying to find a cheap alternative and then being disappointed by the quality and things that the cheaper one couldn't do. Okay. Now for the M2, I did get the 10-watt unit for this as well, and I also got the rotary attachment with it. Now, this laser for the same power was double the price as the Blaze X, and even more after you include the rotary attachment. But this thing is an absolute unit. This thing could easily lead the DPS in a raid as a tank. Also, I'm gonna say something maybe that's a little controversial here. Just a little, it might upset a few people, and this being my first video, probably not something that I want to do, but light burn sucks, dude. It is god awful. It is a god awful piece of software, especially for new laser folks. Okay, it may be super powerful, but someone who works in IT like myself, as someone who works in IT like myself in the tech space in general, day to day, it might be powerful, but oh my God, is it bad? It is so bad. I think I will give it some credit. I think if the Blaze X camera attachment had been out and I had it at this time, I would have been able to feed that into Lightburn and it would have been a much better experience. So, of course, your mileage may vary on this. By the time that this video comes out, I believe that the camera should be out or be close to being out for the Blaze. Without the camera, I think a desktop laser running Lightburn is about as useful as a paperweight. I don't get the purpose, but it looks cool. Now, I know they say that size doesn't matter, but my brother, it does, okay? There is so much room for activities in the M2, it's not even funny. And the icing on the cake is that this unit actually comes with a camera on board right away. No need to buy a separate attachment, no need to do anything else. It comes with it right away. It's just right there. You can snapshot your work area. It will take a picture of the item that you're engraving, and you can align everything visually right there. I don't have to put something under there and hit a frame button and let it do this. I don't need a damn internship at NASA to be able to engrave something, which is something that I was super excited for. It's just the convenience of it all that made me love the M2 as my actual first laser, right? The blaze can go away. Now, I've done a ton with this machine so far, okay? And the time that it takes me to align a simple object with the old terrible software on the old cheap laser, I can already be engraving on the M2. Not sponsored. This is the first video on the channel. I bought all of my laser stuff and all of my maker stuff with my own money. And even the 10 watt for the M2 can do some stuff that's pretty cool. I've done some really fun things. I've cut out some words for the background of a podcast studio. Probably show a picture of that here. I've engraved my Zippo lighter. I've done coasters. I've painted canvases with spray paint and then had the diode like cut out an image or like engrave an image on there. Business cards, tumblers. My uncle had a super cool project that he wanted me to do for him where his brand for his woodworking projects, he does a lot of woodworking, it actually broke. And he commissioned me to cut out these like 2-inch diameter medallions, if that's what you would call them, with his brand on them. And then he would be able to route them, right? Like take a router and cut out a 2-inch thing on his projects later on and just kind of sink the medallions in there. The possibilities are endless for these machines, really. And that includes camera units or not, to be honest, because if you're good at aligning lasers without a camera, then the things that you can do just open up tremendously. But if you have a camera, you kind of get that same thing. And I just think from a newbie's perspective, it's much better to be able to see what I'm doing than trying to guess where things go. And it kind of just goes back to Lightburn for me, right? Like xTool Studio may be simple. It might be a simple, silly application, right? But for beginners like myself, it's one of the easiest things that I have ever messed with. I can literally select my material, select my power and everything for me. I don't have to have an internship at NASA. I don't have to guess, okay? It has a ton of built-in features that just make it easy for new folks to jump in and just start shooting laser beams at things. There are so many materials and settings preloaded into this library of a lot of things that you can just click on and do, but you can also use the AI material detection, which is super sick. I just put in like a cutting board and it's like AI recognition. Oh, this is a whatever wood thing. Use these settings and it's sick. Now, when I was left alone with Lightburn, trying to guess and test and retry over and over to get the right level of burn that I wanted, it was just a hassle and not something that I wanted to spend time doing. Okay, I wanted to spend time making. That's the whole like premise of this channel and the whole premise of this business is I just want to make cool stuff, dude. I just want to create things. And when I'm spending 90% of my time testing settings, trying to frame it, that's not enough power. I wonder, let me Google what kind of power settings I need to use for this specific item. It's just a hassle, okay? The level of freedom that the M2 and xTool Studio gives me to do that is incredible for a new laser engraver. And all of this is to say that if you are looking at getting a laser engraver, be it to start a business, as a hobby, doing some crafting, whatever the reason is, it isn't always the best option to go with the cheapest thing, right? Sometimes the quality and the features of the more expensive brand or unit is worth the extra cost. Typically, there is a reason that premium products carry a premium price that you are reluctant to pay. But once you do give in and pay that money for it, the wallet might hurt a bit for a little while, but the feeling that you get from having just something that is immediately working out of the box and something so easy to get into and get started, it is one of the best feelings in the world. The cheapest option isn't always the worst, but the better option is almost always, well, better. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the video for today. If you liked it, like it, subscribe to stay up to date on all of my latest content. I will see you in the next one. Take care.